just taking the open net, because certainly with a minute left to go, it is not quite time. Oh my goodness, Dreaz. This, just watch the show, man. Ryad59, oh, thank you for the follow. Dreaz versus Wizz. Dreaz rocking the Vitality Fennec. This is the debut of Next Gen Season 2 for Dreaz. Believe it or not, it's all the way into day 4 before we see Dreaz. Sometimes that's just the way the scheduling works. But Dreaz, a very highly rated player, coming off of an insane performance in the Feer 500 Season 2. Our Feer 500 Season 2 champion Dreaz is here to do it again in the Next Gen. And that would certainly be the most impressive sweep of tournaments we've ever had on our stream, because we never had a sweep. Nobody's ever won a tournament twice in a row. Nice air dribble bump for Wizz. Wizz, a very highly rated player, though. Technically higher rated on the leaderboards right now than Dreaz. Wizz is a rated number 3 for North America. Dreaz only number 7 for North America. So definitely a great opponent for him in Wizz. Wow, what an early challenge on that high touch. Can Dreaz find the shot? Yes, he can, just barely in, as he will break the seal. Anyways, we've never had a repeat champion of any tournament we've done. We've only done 3 tournaments so far, but the Feer 500 Season 1, the champion was Kinsey. Next Gen Season 1, the champion was Chronic. Feer 500 Season 2, the champion was Dreaz. And now we have Next Gen Season 2, and it may or may not be Dreaz, who knows. But we also, even the smaller tournaments done, we've done a couple different $50 tournaments. Daniel won one of the $50 tournaments, and Gino won one of the $50 tournaments. So we have never had like a single repeat winner. And the craziest part of all, the fact that we have no repeat winners, is none of them are Kinsey. Anyways, that's just a cool fun fact about the Feer streams as we start this matchup. We'll see. Dreaz certainly hoping he can put 2 titles under his belt of Next Gen champion and Feer 500 champion. This flick a little bit high. Both these guys have everything in their arsenal, so it should be a very fun matchup to watch. I'm not sure there's anybody in this tournament who doesn't have every play in their arsenal to some degree. Dreaz had a game against Plum, though, recently, where he just looked stupid insane. Wizz, nice demo. Wizz so far, a demo goal and an air dribble bump. All that matters is getting buckets. Doesn't matter how you get them. If Wizz wins, that's a good point. That's a good point. I should mention the context of the game. Despite the fact that Dreaz is playing his first game of the Next Gen Season 2, Wizz is playing his last game of pool play. Assuming Wizz wins, he guarantees his spot moving on. He's 2-0 in pool play right now. Another win would make him 3-0, and he'd be the number 1 seed from Pool A, which would be quite the feat. A lot of good players to take down. If he doesn't win, he could not be in the playoffs, I think. I think there's a chance. Maybe not. I'd have to go check, but he might still be in the playoffs. This is likely the 2 players right now that will be there, but it's hard to say that about Dreaz when he hasn't really played anybody yet. We just assume that he'll be doing some winning. By all means, he could drop some games to some players and find himself out of the playoffs. He's down right now to Wizz. There is also in Europe. No, I haven't done any Europe show matches really at all. Nice flick from Wizz. The only Europe show matches I've done are players that can play at US West times. Because like the 2 players playing in today's match, I am also from US West, which means my times are very, very awful for Europe. So I basically would have to do them on the weekends in the mornings or something. Wizz, a pass up to himself. Dreaz trying to get there. A double, and Wizz, what a shot. This is a great setup. Wizz off to a pretty big lead here as he's got 3 with 1:47 left to go. Dreaz trying to play defense off the top of his net, but it's not going to happen. Wizz did such a good job of keeping that ball completely out of reach as he sets himself up to go up 3. Fake kickoff, and why not? Trying to stay ahead of the game. Smart. I like it when I see that from a player who's in the lead and just wants to keep the opposition guessing. Long air dribble, but couldn't really turn it into much. I think he had no choice but to start going for a bump, but instead he tried to milk everything he could out of the dribble. Dreaz tapping in a third. A little bit of war of attrition as he puts on somewhat of a weak air dribble, but Wizz not the best touch ever to clear it. And Dreaz takes it away. What's going on, Red Snow? Wizz, nice boost grab. Dreaz, though, had an opportunity to punish him instantly with that long shot from midfield, but a little bit offline. Dreaz gonna try and take a trip back to that mid boost, but Wizz maybe is gonna make him regret it, and yes, he will. Dreaz couldn't decide whether or not he wanted to keep possession or run back for a boost and then try and grab possession. Tried to make a read on whether he had enough time, and it turns out, no, he did not. Wizz will punish him for a 6th, and a potential power shot for a 7th here. No, he can't find the bottom left corner of the net. So Dreaz, lots of space, gonna go for a full field air dribble. Did I hear Wizz pre-jump? Yes, he did, and oh my goodness, Wizz in the perfect spot. What a great pre-jump, and then dodging Dreaz. Wow, great play. Was worried about the Dreaz coming back to demo him. So he jumped to get out of his way. Oh my, guys, this is great. This is just how it goes sometimes. Both of these guys playing the most immaculate ones in the air. Great defense, great reads, great, and then a simple tap on a little bit of an overcommit on the ground, and Dreaz will finally get a goal. Wizz up 2, though, with 30 seconds left to go. Dreaz definitely not wanting to drop this first game against the newcomer Wizz as he gets a 5th, 25 seconds left. Dreaz has played the most games out of anybody on stream. I think he might be tied with Daniel now, but he has played a lot of games, and oh, so close to a direct kickoff goal, but a nice 50, and he was able to grab that boost. So this high arcing ball has got to be a money position for Dreaz, and a great low 50. Dreaz had lots of options. He could shoot this high, as Wizz was very, very low on boost, and Wizz knows it, so he has to just sit and wait in net, try and make a reaction play, and instead, Dreaz winning out on the low 50. So 14 seconds left, ice in Dreaz's veins as he is able to get back his 2-goal deficit, but then he's going to hand it away right away. A nice kickoff for Wizz. 6-7. Can Wizz hold on to this lead he's had all game? Delayed kickoff from Wizz. I like to see a mix-up here as he tries to secure the game, but Dreaz, he's been so lethal from this right corner. We've seen it so many times on our stream. He doesn't score this time, but can he keep the ball in the air? Wizz afraid to challenge, and Dreaz will fling it to the ground. Wizz taking game number 1 in what was a very close matchup. I like how I've intentionally turned off my viewer numbers because I don't like to look at them, but chat will always tell me them. It doesn't matter. Dreaz versus Wizz. Game number 2. A surprise win potentially for Wizz against Dreaz. Certainly Dreaz would be favored in this matchup by anybody who's watched our stream, but you'd think the way Wizz is playing in the leaderboards that at the very least he might just be equal chance at winning, especially now after winning game number 1. You gotta at least give him even odds against against Dreaz. Dreaz trying to save that last bit of 26 boost that he had as he takes that low 50. He is able to keep Wizz out for now, but a great air dribble. Can Wizz find the top right corner? No, Dreaz saves it away and is able to get his own back corner boost. That's probably more important than anything else. A nice wave dash setup, but can't turn it into much. Dreaz dribble off his own back wall, gets that flip reset, but he had to use so much boost just to get back to it. Not really a great play for him. Lucky for him, Wizz has used up all his boost as well, so he'll likely pull off the ball. Dreaz air dribble from midfield, dropping it low. Wizz tried to pre-jump, and Sometimes even the best players need to score using what looks like a very lame shot. Dreaz has to pull off the ball. You can see he's very intentionally boosting away, trying to drop it and have it bounce slow because Wizz had gotten that pre-jump on him. But it can't help but look silly as it very limply drops into the net. But doesn't matter. Dreaz will take what he can get. Up 1-0. Wizz does basically the same thing to him the other way. A nice kickoff possession, and he takes this one high. Dreaz trying to pre-jump it, and so Wizz just drops it down to the ground and pinches it in. Dreaz demoing Wizz in the back line, and he'll be able to get a second. I'm not sure any boost spun would have been a good one for Wizz. That might have been the best one he could have asked for, and it still didn't give him a chance. Delay kickoff from Wizz. Definitely see Wizz experimenting more with the kickoffs. Dreaz hasn't really adjusted at all. I just saw Daniel's name in chat. Nice long shot. So many times defenders trying to close the distance, and it's hard to make a read on when that long shot is available because it really is a bad play when you long shot the ball at a defender who's ready. It just completely gives up possession and can make you look really silly. But the best players know when they have an opportunity to boom it past, and Dreaz does exactly that. Up 3-1 in this game number 2. Ooh, not enough as he wins this 50. The angle not there. Wizz, though, very low on boost, trying his best to regain control. Dreaz bounce dribble. Wizz sitting in net with almost nothing. Net flick slightly offline, but the post helping him out. Keeping the ball in a dangerous position, up to himself. He taps it ever so soft, and Dreaz trying to go for the record on how slow of a shot he can score. 15 kilometers per hour, currently the winner. Up 4-1. Put exclamation point bracket in the chat if you want to see what the pool standings are and what the potential playoff situations are. Wizz, a direct kickoff goal. I think both his goals so far have come from direct kickoffs. Wizz is a master baiter, and you always fall for it. Literally lose off him chipping the ball over me. A master baiter, you heard it from karate. Wizz, a great master baiter. Another kickoff. And 4-3. Wizz working his way back into this one. Able to keep the last one close. Dreaz booming from his own half. Getting Wizz a little bit caught up as he cut underneath him. With very low boost, always hard to stay in control with a slight touch of the bump. Who is better, Daniel or Dreaz? Here's the good news, guys. We don't necessarily need to ask because there's a good chance they may end up playing each other here in the next gen. The most recent time Dreaz and Daniel played, Dreaz won. That's pretty much all we can say about it. Every other time that Dreaz and Daniel have played, Daniel won. Dreaz bounce dribbled, set up. Wizz doesn't want to come for the ball, so Dreaz tries to put it above him. And a great save. That is a really tough save to make, especially the way Wizz was shadowing. To get all the way up to that top right corner with how well Dreaz placed it there. Very impressive from Wizz as he stays alive in this game number 2. Dreaz, a long dribble. He does it to him so many times. Dreaz! He's basically guaranteed to do this. Once a Showmatch now. He just keeps the ball alive so long, and just when you think he's got to get rid of it, he gets the flip reset. Oh my goodness, Dreaz. It's that right corner of the field. The man can just go forever from there. 6-3 with a minute left to go. Huge fake. Wizz having to take some risks as he's not doing too hot in the game, and Dreaz electing to play the keep away game instead of taking his 7-3 lead. An interesting decision. Maybe he thinks he could tilt Wizz a little bit more than just taking the open net, because certainly with a minute left to go, it is not quite time. Oh my goodness, Dreaz. This, oh. Just watch the show, man. Dreaz is just putting on a spectacle. Doing whatever he wants now, toying with Wizz as he goes up 7-3. Wizz was able to keep it close in game number 1, but Dreaz making it look like this match is a foregone conclusion the way he's been playing at the end of this game number 2. Yet another ceiling reset this time. No clips, but he will just take it back into his own half. My goodness, what a game. Dreaz looking like he is coming right where he left off in the Feer 500 Season 2. Long shot for Wizz, he'll get a 4th. Predictions, yeah, here's the deal, chat. I am trash at remembering to do them because I'm trying to get the games going. So normally, wait, did Wizz win game number 1? Okay, chat, I'm actually insane. Like, I have it marked as Wizz won game number 1. Is that true? Anyways. Oh, it is true. Look at that. Dreaz played so good this game. It felt like he had won 2 games in a row. I forgot it was very, very close. Yeah. Now that I think about it, yes, Wizz won. That goes to show just how good Dreaz played that game number 2. He's got me forgetting that he even lost. 1-1. Gotta trust myself. Game number 3. Dreaz. I combined their names. Dreaz versus Wizz. Young Evo, in the match before this one, gave Mo the gentleman sweep. The gentleman sweep is when you let the other player have the first game to be nice, and then you win every game from then on out. Dreaz certainly looking to do that here, and seeming like he could the way he was playing in that game number 2. But Wizz never out of a game, especially the way he handles these kickoffs, because 2 quick kickoff goals to go up 2-0. The second one not quite directly in, but definitely still in the class of being a kickoff goal. As long as you're good at getting instant possession and making a quick play, it counts. Dreaz the other way, forcing a really high double jump save from Wizz and trying just a little bit too hard to place it perfectly. And will end up losing out. Wizz should have no trouble doubling this one, and he will. Wizz up 3-0. Able to score 2 kickoff goals and able to make Dreaz miss on his kickoff play. This is certainly not the way to fake a kickoff, though. Dreaz a direct kickoff goal. Wizz was faking his kickoffs earlier in the game, and honestly, Dreaz didn't even necessarily make a sweet read. Usually a power shot right down the center is exactly what the player who's faking the ball wants them to do. But just too hard, apparently. And Wizz can't get there. Another nice fake. Dreaz has got all the time in the world, but he is down, so no reason not to rush it. But he'll take it slow as he brings himself within 1 with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Dreaz right away. Take him one back. It is the game of kickoffs. 6 goals in the first minute. These guys are just rolling the ball directly into the net every time the kickoff ends. Wizz threatening to do it again, but Dreaz will be able to keep it away, so we'll have a moment to breathe, or maybe not. Long shot from Dreaz. This time Wizz is there. This is what I'm talking about when those long shots don't work. Now Wizz has a free open possession and might even be able to score the other way, but no, Dreaz saving it on the goal line, and now lots of space. Dreaz has been able to find an eccentric way to score every time he gets the ball, and a fake breezy, but then pops it too high. Dreaz off the side wall. Air dribble. Looking like he's going to flip reset and then taps it early. This is actually super five-head. I swear he basically faked the flip reset. He makes it look like he's going to go flip reset and then pulls back onto it. I mean, Wizz might have been screwed either way, but he'll tap it above and get a 4th. Wizz direct kickoff goal. This is certainly the game of the kickoff goals, game number 3, as these guys just smack it back and forth into each other's nets. How can we be informed? Yeah, being informed about these is probably easiest to follow on Twitter and Discord. But, you know, the YouTube and Twitch, I mean, you just follow me on all the socials. It'll be impossible to miss when I'm holding a tournament. Ooh, Dreaz. Dreaz honestly hasn't had to do a lot. Wizz has just been missing. These aren't necessarily fakes. Wizz has just gone flying by. Yo, Nick, you want us to do Utopia Dusk? We actually just did Utopia Dusk. But if you want me, if you want to, I can change it mid-match for games number 4 and 5. Oh, you know what? Actually, Wizz complained about basically every map but Manfield, so apparently his computer must not be able to take it. Dreaz, soft flick, saved away. Wizz gluing himself to the back wall. His flick, though, tapped away. Dreaz staying alive. Halfway through this game, Dreaz up 1. Very, very crucial game number 3. I don't know the stats, but I'm sure it's something like 70%, if not more, of players who win that game number 3 win the series. Dreaz, bounce dribble. Wizz there to attack, but another great opportunity for Dreaz. Wizz gonna take it early. Dreaz thought he could just bully Wizz off the ball. Dreaz hovering at midfield, thought for sure Wizz wouldn't dare come to the ball. Not while I'm right here, right? Well, he thought wrong, and Wizz challenging early gets rewarded as he ties up the game. Dreaz, a kickoff goal. I think Dreaz has been involved. The one match I've had that had the most kickoff goals, I believe, was Dreaz versus Stealth, in which I swear 4 minutes of the match was them just lobbing kickoff goals at each other over and over and over and over again. Ooh, Dreaz can't get there. Wizz, a nice power shot off the side wall. Dreaz watching this one high, just didn't think Wizz had that opportunity. Wizz is sort of surprising Dreaz right now with how fast he's playing. It seems like Dreaz expects slow plays or like dribbles into flicks to be coming out from Wizz, but Wizz very willing to power shot right away. Ooh, what a well-placed shot. That save was insane. Dreaz looking like he wanted to bait Wizz into making a mistake at the end there. Could have taken it right away. Oh, that actually might not have been a save. I think Wizz might have pushed it into the post and made it closer than it really was. Wizz, a lot of space up the side wall, air dribble. He's been lethal in the air before. Dreaz coming off the ceiling to challenge him and takes all the angles and is able to grab his own back boost. So nothing more he could have asked for on that defensive play. Able to stop Wizz in a very threatening position. Dreaz, backflip challenge, gonna earn him a possession. That ball did not look like it was online, but the game is going to credit Wizz with a save, and Dreaz will get an 8th. Dreaz seems like the better player right now. He has been playing very well. Wizz getting a little bit lost, jumping off that back wall. Pig Beast, who am I putting my money on? I'm the commentator. I can't be betting mid-game. Wizz, long air dribble from his own half. Great flip reset, and that touch is a little bit high, though. Dreaz had the bottom of the net covered, so Wizz felt the need to... Oh, my goodness, man. Dreaz is just punishing Wizz right now. He will not let Wizz get away with even the smallest mistake. You don't take a perfect shot, I am instantly countering it straight to your net. Wizz, a smooth catch off the side wall. Doesn't turn it into much. Dreaz, though, is just going for a flip reset for no reason. And will flip away from the ball at midfield. Easy touch for Wizz. Dreaz, a long clear, 20 seconds left to go. Wizz needs to find a way. to put on a bucket and get a kickoff. There's been lots and lots of kickoff goals, so he doesn't need to worry about that. He does need to worry about scoring to give him enough time to get the kickoff goal, though. With 5 seconds left to go, it might be over for him. I don't think he's making it there. So Wizz will drop to Dreaz in game number 3 as Dreaz goes to double match point. Game number 4, Dreaz versus Wizz. Dreaz trying to finish off the gentleman's sweep after taking losing an early lead to Wizz, and now taking back the lead 2-1. Wizz has scored early, and it seems like every game, but hasn't been able to hold on to it for the entire time. He's going to start this one off with the first goal as well. Another nice kickoff, another opportunity. He's going to dribble it. Yeah, perfect. I mean, this is exactly how game number 3 started. Wizz with 2 quick goals before 20 seconds had even ticked off the clock. But these high-scoring games have seemed to slightly favor Dreaz. The more scoring there is, the more opportunity Dreaz has to get going. Wizz playing shadow defense against a 14 boost Dreaz. Able to get the first save. Has a clear boost advantage. Did he get the power shot counterattack? No, instead he's going to take it low. Dreaz playing off of pads. And a nice high flick. That'll earn him his 3rd. Good play from Wizz. Very smart play as Dreaz, on his way back, had to grab a couple pads. Knew that he probably would have had to challenge early considering his tough situation. And so Wizz just moonballs a flick to get it past him. And another great start. We need to see this great start from Wizz if he wants to take game number 4, but he's got to keep it going the whole game. Wizz so close to grabbing a 4th as Dreaz pinches it out. Oh my goodness, there it is. Dreaz, after the pinch, falling off the side of his net to get a wave dash to gain some speed, but sends himself too far out of the net. Can't make the save on the hierarchy shot. So a dominant first minute. Wizz up 4-0. Make it 5-0. My goodness, Wizz has figured it out. He wants to send this to a game number 5. Dreaz able to bully Wizz off the ball despite not being able to get that midfield boost, and that 50 win for Wizz will likely be a 6th. Man, Wizz is just absolutely racking him up here in game number 4. Who won the one before? Mo versus Young Evo went to Young Evo, 3-1. Dreaz, his power shot saved away. Hasn't found anything in the first minute and a half. Trying to force his way into Wizz's net, but Wizz just playing perfect right now. Dreaz trying to start the air dribble. Realizes he doesn't want to take it that far. Brings it back to the ground, but I mean, Wizz is just not making a mistake right now. These are the kind of plays that were making Wizz miss on defense that are just looking silly when Wizz plays them perfectly, and he's doing that right now. But it is only 2 minutes into the game. A long, long time for Dreaz to come back. Wizz starting a dribble from all the way back in his net. He can't take it all the way. Dreaz will have another free possession. Now he's got a low boost Wizz, or at the very least a late retreating Wizz, and Wizz just is doing it all right now on defense. That was a great shot from Dreaz, a good fake, as he set up a 45-degree flick, which means he could put it top left corner or he could drop it down. And Wizz covered them both and was able to keep him out of the net. Oh no, now this is a little bit of Dreaz's fault, because that one certainly was all Wizz's mistake, or all Dreaz's easy buckets. And he just goes flying over it. So 7-0. Dreaz, yeah, there it is. I was wondering if we were going to see it soon. I was like, without able to get a single goal, are we going to see a forfeit from Dreaz? And there it is. With 2 minutes left to go, Dreaz wants to head to game 5 instead of finishing out game number 4. Yeah, I'll refund your points, Nick. No worries. Wizz versus Dreaz game number 5. Wizz gonna start off right away. Up 1-0. Wait a second. What's going on here with Dreaz's car? Did the man just go in and slap random? There's no way you get this set up without slapping random on your car, right? He just went into the garage, hit random, and hopped back into the game. We've actually seen Dreaz play with crazy cars before. He is going to be tied 1-1, but back when I used to watch Dreaz was streaming a lot back in the day. He played a lot of ones. He was grinding his way to #1 in the world. And he would play with lots of various different cars. He wasn't a full-on, how do you say, flakes. He wasn't like always playing different cars. But he definitely didn't mind playing any car you asked him to play in chat. So maybe trying to shake off the rust he felt from that game number 4 and just kind of have something break the tension. Why not play in a random garage car? Anybody know where that flag is from? Wizz trying to get a dribble going, or Dreaz trying to get a dribble going. But Wizz coming in to challenge. This high lobbing ball, Wizz is going to try and air dribble it. This is costing him a lot of boost, but a great job hovering behind it, making sure there was never a window for Dreaz to take it away. So Dreaz, air dribble the other way. Can he get a flip reset in whatever we like to call this car? Yes, he can, but he can't score on it. Dreaz, another nice setup. He hasn't really turned this into what he wants. He keeps having to fake after his first touch, which whether or not he likes to do that or was wishing he could get these better first touches to make plays right away, I don't know. That car is the Harbinger. Thank you, Mo. A much lower scoring game here in game number 5. Wizz gonna take his first lead of this game number 5. As Dreaz gives him a little bit of separation, tries to come back to meet him after grabbing midfield boost. And Wizz has been making early flicks when Dreaz has been challenging early. So that has been working for him the past few times. I wonder if we're going to start to see Dreaz maybe, mix in a couple more fake challenges. Dreaz, air dribble, going to try and take Wizz out of the game, but no, Wizz somehow playing through the pain, gets bumped, and still makes the save. It seemed like Dreaz had lined it up perfectly, but man, right now, the same thing is happening. Dreaz wants to challenge early, and Wizz is ready to power shoot it past him. This ball bouncing very favorably for Dreaz. His early flick will be saved, but he should be able to grab boost. And now he's playing against a very low boost defender in Wizz. This flick is nicely saved. Great play off the back wall. Wizz's defense has turned up a notch as he was having a hard time keeping Dreaz out. Now it seems like it's going to be impossible for Dreaz to ever score. And part of playing such great defense, it makes your opponent start guessing and start playing worse on offense. You can just see that Dreaz is not hitting the kind of shots he was earlier. Nice second goal. But all of a sudden, Dreaz's dribbles just don't seem as lethal as they were. And I think it's a mix of Wizz just playing better defense, but also Dreaz maybe second guessing himself a little bit, playing a little bit panicked now that Wizz has been able to stop him so well for so many minutes in a row. Wizz taking it to the side wall. Dreaz continuing to challenge insanely early, and he's going to be punished yet again. These early challenges aren't working for him, but he's sticking to them. Wizz the tap above. 4-2 in favor of Wizz. Wizz playing this slow, dribbling it up into the air. Lots of time left for Dreaz to come back. Has another great opportunity, but his offensive possessions have not been looking like they did in the past. And Dreaz unable to score, but he gets back on this one. That was definitely close to being a loss out. Can he get this pad and get the third? Yes, he will. So a minute 43 left to go. An eternity in ones. As for all we know, this game will end with triple the scoreline it has now. So that 1-goal lead, not too much considering. Wizz sending this one high. Dreaz soft touch so that he can take the dribble away from harm's way. He's held onto enough boost to be able to make a play despite Wizz grabbing the corner. And now Dreaz should be able to get the back corner of Wizz, so somewhat even in the boost department. Dreaz, this time the early challenge, does not get beat out. He is taking it away from Wizz. Has an opportunity to take a power shot, but doesn't want it. Instead, thinks Wizz will make a mistake. Shoots it low. Wizz has looked insane on defense. What was happening before was Dreaz just dominating Wizz every time he had an opportunity like that. And all of a sudden, Wizz making it look like he's a brick wall, and nothing will ever make it past him. This air dribble, saved away by Dreaz with a demo, means Wizz is going to have lots and lots of space. Dreaz will take a trip over to the side boost, but no reason for Wizz to rush it. This time Dreaz does fake challenge, and he is going to be rewarded. A very, very easy takeaway for him. Can't blame Wizz for flicking early when it's been working so well for him. But 30 seconds left. The clock ticking down, running out of time for Dreaz. This is a great opportunity though. Wizz in an awkward spot. Crossbar down and out. This is really hard to bring back online, but Dreaz tapping it past Wizz. He absolutely should do it. 16 seconds left to go, and Dreaz has tied it up. He is playing the Harbinger, and he is bringing it back. Kickoff. Somewhat neutral. Wizz gonna get the first touch. Dreaz tapping it away from his net though. Playing with very little boost. This is a dangerous boost grab. If Wizz started a dribble early, he might have been caught out of position, but now Wizz has absolutely nothing. His clear will send us to overtime. It is all down to this one goal. Next person to score is the winner of Dreaz versus Wizz in the Next Gen Season 2. Wizz, potential kickoff goal here. Dreaz saves it away. Doesn't want that corner boost. Instead, wants ball possession. This is an interesting play as he takes it back into the corner. He's got to expect Wizz coming in for the demo, and Dreaz knew it. He baited Wizz in for that. And a great shot to the top corner, saved away. Wizz, 20 boost. Not in a great spot. Dreaz looked so lethal in this position before, but can he do it now? Low 50. Wizz is able to keep it out, at least for the moment. Dreaz, 32 boost, rolling it right at Wizz. Wizz has a boost advantage. His long shot will not quite be in. Dreaz saves it away, and now it's the other way. Wizz, an opportunity to finish it. No, Dreaz has the save, but still lethal spot. Dreaz, oh my goodness, both these guys low boost. Luckily, Wizz has the boost advantage. He's able to get back before Dreaz counterattack. Dreaz pinch in the corner, trying to find an opportunity to gain possession. Wizz operating on very low boost. Dreaz fake challenging way more than he was doing before. He's stuck in this position now because he was refusing to fake challenge, but he's added it back in now. Dreaz 30 boost, trying to steal Wizz's, but not able to get it. So Wizz, an open field possession. Dreaz at midfield, once again faking, and it is just rewarding him. No, Wizz is gonna demo him. That's gonna be it. Dreaz had switched to the fake, and it worked. It got Wizz to miss, but Dreaz recovers and takes Dreaz out of the play. Wizz recovers and takes Dreaz out of the play. So Wizz is gonna take game number 5 and go 3-0, number 1 seed, heading into the Next Gen playoffs from Pool A.